Yo, this is your boy, Josh the Entertainer, coming at you with a special WrestleMania 41 Night 1 review. So, before we get into it, Night 2, I will upload on the I will upload to the channel later on tonight. And also what I'm really hoping to do is later on is I really want to go back and rewatch WrestleMania 9. And the reason why is because I want to compare WrestleMania 9 when it was in Las Vegas to this past weekend's WrestleMania 41 and see which was actually better. Because let's just say that there's a lot I have to say about WrestleMania 41. There's a whole lot. And especially when I get to that main event between Cody Rhodes and John Cena for the WWE Championship. There's a lot that I have to say about that. And believe me when I tell you, after watching that mess, I'm just, seriously, WWE managed to make me depressed. Seriously. Not because Cody lost. Because I was saying, yeah, John Cena has to win. He needed to win that 17th world title. And I don't have a problem with that. It's how he won. And it's the match itself. But anyway, that's later. That will be in Night 2's review, which will be uploaded later on to the channel. Anyway, let's get into Night 1. Night 1, the first match of the night saw Jey Uso defeating Gunther to become your new World Heavyweight Champion. The match itself was it was mid, as I expected it to be. I wasn't really excited. This wasn't a match that got me excited. It just wasn't. And that's no knock against Jey Uso. I mean, I love Jey Uso as a tag team. Him and his brother Jimmy, one of the greatest tag teams ever. Love those guys together. But as a singles competitor, I just haven't been too high up on him. I mean, now when he first started out, I mean, in his rivalry with Roman Reigns, you know, before he joined the Bloodline all those years back, you know, back during the COVID era. I mean, I was high up on that. I was. But lately, I really have not been a fan of his. As a singles competitor, I haven't been a fan of his lately. I haven't. And of course, it doesn't help that we had already seen that match before for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso and Gunther. So we had already seen that match before. We saw it at Saturday night's main event. Was maybe in about a week or two before the Royal Rumble earlier this year. So yeah, we had already saw that match. And even before that, we had seen Jey Uso and Gunther face off against each other several times before. So did I need to see it again? No. But nevertheless, the match was just bad. And to make things worse. Because look, I knew that yeah, of course, Jey Uso winning was not really the problem, since they went with Jey to win the Royal Rumble. I knew that, okay, he's going to win it. And my problem was not with Jey Uso winning that match. My problem is how you booked Gunther to look. You basically book one of the most dominant heels in recent memory to look like an absolute joke. So Jey Uso put Gunther in his own submission hold and had Gunther tapping out in less than, what was it, maybe in what, about 5 seconds? Less than, I'll give it about 5 seconds. He had Gunther tapping out to his own submission hold in about 5 seconds after he was put into it. The match itself was about, it was about 16 minutes. Like I said, the match was boring. The crowd was absolutely out of it. You can see that if you were watching it live, and even, you know, just go back and watch it. You can tell, man, that crowd was just, they were just completely out of it. But still, the match itself was just, it was mid at best. I wasn't excited for it going into it, and unfortunately, it wasn't an exciting match. And the booking of the ending was just absolutely awful. So yeah, I would definitely give that an ugly. I would. Now, on to the second match of the night. You would hope that, hey, okay, maybe it'll get better. Maybe match number 2 will pick up and make me more excited. The truth is, I knew it wasn't. Why? It was the New Day versus the War Raiders. A match that was literally made, let's see, I think it may have been this past week on Monday Night Raw. Or it may have been last week. I mean, really? How are we supposed to get excited for that? A match that literally had no building. You really didn't want to see it. But would the match be any good? To answer that question, let me just say, I would rather go back and watch those Playboy those bikini those bikini matches, or the Playboy pillow fight match from one of the earlier WrestleManias. Seriously, I'd rather go back and watch one of those matches. And that should tell you what I really thought of that match for the tag team titles. The New Day won. Do I think it was the right call? Yes. Yes, I think that was the right call, having the New Day win. They're, they're a heel. So yeah, I thought it was the right call. The match was just absolutely boring, and no one was really excited for it. Anyway, that first hour of night 1 it's bad. It really is. So we're off to an absolutely awful start. And this is WrestleMania. Got to do better. But thankfully, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Match number 3 that picked up. I gotta tell you, I enjoyed that match. It was good. I wish it would have went a little bit longer, but it is what it is. The match itself was good, and I loved I liked the feud going into it. You know, the story going into it. You know, with Naomi and Jade. You know, Naomi turning heel, us finding out that it was Naomi who had pushed Jade onto that car several months back. That was good. I love Naomi's heel turn stuff. Like I said, her being heel, I love that. So yeah, there was a lot of good out of that story. I hope they keep it up. And I hope they do good with Naomi from here on out. And they book her right. I really do. Like I said, the match was good. So yeah. So far, I mean, that was really the highlight of the night so far. With, 3 matches in. So props to, mad props to both Jade and Naomi for going out there and entertaining us. Again, I was glad. I enjoyed it. Anyway, match 4 was, for a second I almost forgot. Match 4 was Jacob Fatu defeating LA Knight and for the United States Championship. LA Knight, the United States champion, lost to Jacob Fatu, like I said, in a match that was good. I enjoyed watching Jacob and LA Knight. I am high up on LA Knight. LA Knight is such a good competitor. He is such a good talent. And he's really good on the mic as well. It's a shame that they haven't given him a proper push. That Triple H hasn't given him a push at all. And hasn't given him proper build. That's a shame. Because he can really go on the mic. But anyway, the match, like I said, it was a good match. And I thought it was the right call to have Jacob Fatu win. That was most definitely the right call to have Fatu win that title. So, 4 matches down. Again, the first hour was just absolutely bad. But it started to pick up after, basically in the second hour. So, could it continue the trend? Unfortunately, no. Match number 5. You're probably wondering what's so funny. El Grande Americano. Yes, that's right, folks. You heard that correctly. Let me just go ahead and tell you point blank. It's basically Chad Gable dressed up as a luchador named El Grande Americano. That should tell you all you need to know. Anyway, El Grande, or basically Chad Gable dressed up as a luchador, defeated Rey Fenix. Of course, Rey Fenix was replacing Rey Mysterio, who had gotten injured. I believe it may have been this past Friday night on SmackDown, if I'm not mistaken. So, he had to be taken out, and I think it's a legitimate injury. I think. Yeah, I don't think this is a storyline injury. I think it's a legitimate injury. But anyway, yeah. A match that, I mean, you could have easily saw on SmackDown or Raw. Was it a WrestleMania worthy match? Of course not. And having Rey Fenix, who just debuted, what was it, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, having him lose so early, that was just a bad decision. So yeah, that was just all around bad. But anyway, let's move past that mess and let's get into the 6th match of the night. There were 7 matches on the card. So these 2 more matches and we'll be done. So the 6th match of the night was Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion, taking on Charlotte Flair. Look, we all knew, everyone knew, and even Charlotte Flair fans knew that, yeah, Tiffany had to win. You could not have Charlotte come back and defeat Tiffany Stratton like this again. You couldn't do this again. I mean, seriously. The booking of Charlotte Flair has really gotten out of hand. It really has. But I'm not even going to go into that. I'm not even going to talk about that. Because I've said my piece concerning that. I've talked about that. And I'm not even going to go into talk about that any further. The match itself, look, I'm a huge Tiffany Stratton fan. I love me some Tiffany Stratton. Tiffy time. Seriously, I love Tiffany. I am high up on Tiffy. But that match was just... First off, look, I want to apologize for all the for all the noise. Like I said, I'm out here talking. I'm out here for a walk, and I figured I go ahead and do the review out here while I was walking. My other review, my review of night 2 will be inside, so it'll be a lot quieter, less noisy. Anyway, the match itself between Tiffany and Charlotte, oh man, I was a bit disappointed because, like I said, the match was just, it was filled with botches. I mean, both of them were botching, and it was, the match was just really not there. It just really wasn't. And that's a shame, because Tiffany, she can go in the ring. She is good. And Charlotte's actually good too. It's just how they book Charlotte that has me and others just fed up. It's how they book her. But nevertheless, the match was just, it was filled with botches, and it really wasn't all that good. But I'm not going to give this an ugly. I'm not. And the reason why is because the ending. Tiffany Stratton successfully defending the title against Charlotte Flair. Something that had to happen. again, I was saying, look, you cannot have Charlotte defeat Tiffany. And that was one thing that we were all concerned about. We were all concerned that Charlotte was going to end up defeating Tiffany. But thankfully that didn't happen. So again, it's because of that I would give this match, that I cannot put it, if again, I'm ranking this sort of like a good, bad, and ugly. I would not give this match, I wouldn't give it an ugly or bad. I give it a good. And the reason why, again, is because of the ending, because you had Tiffany winning the match. Even though the match itself, like I said, just really, it really wasn't all that good, because it was filled with so many botches. And I'll go back and I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it again. But yeah, it really wasn't all that good. But anyway, like I said, I would still put it in the good because of the fact that Tiffany won. She needed to win that. So, on to our main event. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. A triple threat match. For what? Was there a title on the line? No. Was there an opportunity, a title opportunity on the line? Nope. It was basically for the custody of Paul Heyman. Seriously. That's basically what it was. Anyway, was it something that I really needed to see at WrestleMania? No. Is it something that we could have easily gotten at a house show? Yes. Look, to put these three in a match, in a main event of WrestleMania, of all places, it was bad. And look, I've talked about the booking for WrestleMania, how awful it's been. And it was. This is the worst build. The absolute worst WrestleMania season, the worst build ever to Mania. So, again, all of that was just absolutely awful. And again, putting these three into a matchup against each other really didn't make a lot of sense. I know to some fans, you're going to be like, wow, that made perfect sense. There's history. Why? Because CM Punk brought the Shield in years ago? I mean, really? That's your history? Come on. And we've already seen, look, you could have easily did a Roman Reigns versus CM Punk match as your main event. You could have built that up. Build up a good story between Punk and Roman. But no, you decided to do differently. You decided to go with a weird triple threat that had absolutely nothing on the line. But anyway, the match itself, it far exceeded my expectations. It did. I will say once again, that match far exceeded my expectations. That was a really great matchup. It really was. It went over 32 minutes. 32 minutes the match was. And it was worth all the time that it was given. It was worth that 32 minutes. It was really enjoyable, so I enjoyed that match with a shock ending. An ending, I was like, whoa, I did not see that coming. Now, I had a feeling that, okay, during that match, I had a feeling that Paul Heyman was probably going to stab CM Punk in the back. And I was right about that. He did. He handed CM Punk the chair, got into the ring, then low blowed him, handed the chair to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just started smiling, and he just started welling away, just hammering away on CM Punk with that chair. But Paul tells Roman, hey, basically pointing at Seth Rollins to go for Seth. And then I was kind of thinking, and the truth is, you heard rumors on the internet that, hey, Seth Rollins is going to be joining Paul Heyman. And again, it was rumors that you heard on the internet, and it's like, nah, no, they're not going to do that. That makes zero sense. It's like, nah, that's not going to happen. But then it happens. Paul Heyman low blows Roman Reigns and hands the chair to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins nails Reigns with that chair. And nails, then he hits Reigns with the curb stomp and picks up the victory. That was a shock ending. I did not expect that type of ending. I didn't. 2 double turns, man. I mean, the double turn, yeah. I did not expect that. So that was good. That was definitely, if I had a great, that will go into the great. Because again, it was a really great matchup with a great ending, a shock ending. So yeah, I really enjoyed that match. So there you have it, your WrestleMania 41 Night 1 review. Again, Night 2's review will be uploaded to the channel later on tonight. Again, I want to go back and I want to watch WrestleMania 9. And I want to compare both Manias. Because both of them took place in Las Vegas. And like I said, I wanted to compare both Manias, see which one was better. Because we all know the absolute train wreck that was WrestleMania 9. So yeah, like I said, I want to go back and I want to watch 9 and see, was it really all that bad, or just does it get a bad rap? I'll let you know during Night 2's review later on tonight. But anyway, if you're not following the channel, please go ahead and follow the channel. Leave your comments. Drop a comment in the comment section below and let me know, what did you guys think of WrestleMania 41 Night 1? What did you guys think of WrestleMania 41 period? What did you guys think of it? Again, let me know in the comment section down below. Till then, I will see you guys later. Check you. Peace.